My name is Benjamin Murphy. I'm the Director of Marketing here at Quality Roofing Solutions in Pensacola, Florida. Quality Roofing Solutions is a residential and commercial roofing contractor licensed in the state of Florida. We specialize in retail roof replacements, but we also help with repairs and gutters, solar fans, and various different roofing systems for commercial applications. As a home services contractor, as a roofing contractor, customer experience is absolutely essential to what we do. A lot of people can provide the craft that we do, but it's ultimately, at the end of the day, how do we leave that customer feeling? And at Quality Roofing Solutions, ensuring that the customer's experience is the best one is our biggest priority. We very much value the customer interaction from the initial phone call, interaction on the website, through that first appointment when our representative shows up on site. So having a way that we could ensure that we were delivering that experience from start to finish is very important to our team. I noticed that we didn't have an objective measurement of how our customers felt about us. We had the Google reviews, which is great, but we didn't have a way to capture that net promoter score and really find out when we're knocking it out of the park and when we could do better. And so this got me searching for a tool that we could reliably send to our customers, that was going to be professional, that was going to be reliable. We already have an existing Jotform account. I am pretty familiar with Typeform. And however, I really felt, again, Survey Sparrow lended itself to being a real customer experience platform. You know, Jotform, I could create a form, but it was in this very standalone environment. And then I was going to have to create additional zaps or integrations to make it do the things I needed to do with our production team. Whereas Survey Sparrow, it could do that all right inside of it. I think the thing that really stood out to me about Survey Sparrow was the end-to-end experience. And I could take the information that we submitted or the customer submitted in that survey and have a report generated weekly and present it to me. Similarly, if there was a result that came in from one of our surveys that was less than stellar, Survey Sparrow also allowed us to create a service ticket that we could automatically deploy to our field techs so they could work on rectifying the customer's issue. Tools like that where I can take myself out of being maybe the one that slows that process down of having to forward an email about a bad review. That's super important when we're operating at the scale we are. So a lot of the nuanced features that are inside of Survey Sparrow are the things that stood out to me and ultimately led me to pick that platform for managing our customer experience. And another thing I really liked about Survey Sparrow, what I like about Survey Sparrow, is I don't feel like each little feature is behind another paywall. They've done a really good job at structuring their tiers of service around what practical marketers, practical business owners need. So you're not ever feeling like you're getting a bunch of bloat and paying for things that you don't need unnecessarily. So we are currently utilizing Survey Sparrow for the end of our customer journey, post the installation process. Once a contract is finished up, the customer has submitted final payment. We also send out the net promoter survey at that point. But it's also a way for us to proactively intercept someone who may have had a bad experience. Using the conditional logic inside of Survey Sparrow, we've set up some rules that, based on a customer's rating, it will redirect them to submit a ticket so that we can learn how to make their experience better versus them being upset and going to Google and leaving a one-star review for everybody to see. Actually very proud to brag on my team because there have been more than a few times where we've gotten feedback based on that survey. Our team has addressed it, and then it ultimately still landed and ended up with a 5-star Google review. So it's a really great platform that way. And then we've also used Survey Sparrow internally to gather information about our team and do an employee engagement survey. We were using a tool internally for our HR platform that allowed us to create surveys, but didn't allow us to export the data into our own platform. Again, this is never an issue with Survey Sparrow between exporting CSVs or Excels, PDFs. They let you have your data, which is very valuable as a marketer and a director of a department. Overall, one noticeable improvement that I know that we saw by implementing Survey Sparrow and survey component is a increased rating in our Google reviews. By being able to proactively connect with customers who might have not had the best experience, that really helps mitigate those 1- and 2-star reviews where you've got somebody who's frustrated and really just wants to be heard. This survey allows them to be heard, allows our team to proactively hop in front of them and make sure that we're taking care of their issue. And so as soon as that ticket comes in with that certain rating, it automatically sends an email and notifies my production manager in that specific territory to proactively touch base with that customer. I would say that the three features that I really enjoy utilizing within Survey Sparrow is one, the ease of the integrations. They have a couple of different ways that you can integrate different platform or different surveys, whether into your website or emails. I also really like their reporting feature to be able to send my territory managers a weekly report that I don't have to worry about generating is invaluable, but it also gives them actual proactive insights that they can move forward on. And then I think the last thing about Survey Sparrow is their customer support. They do an incredible job at, not only as my account manager, reach out to me proactively. It's never a matter of I only hear from them when I have an issue. But if I ever do have a help question or need support, their team is right there to help. So I've been very impressed with Survey Sparrow overall. And as an organization, we've been using it for over 2 years now. And it's really given us, again, the ability to have an objective number around how we're performing when it comes to customer service. I think a great fit for a Survey Sparrow customer is really somebody, again, who wants to make sure they have insights of that end-to-end customer experience. Being able to connect with their team, they've given me some insights of additional ways that we can get further insights on our process. But really, again, somebody who wants to have objective data on how you're doing. We can feel like we're doing so good with our customers, but being able to measure that is invaluable. And then, especially as a marketer, being able to understand who are my attractors, detractors, that informs who I'm marketing to, who I'm going to be following up with, who I'm maybe sending additional promotions to, as well as who I need to make sure that we're providing the best experience. So anybody from front lines working with your customers every day, through leadership who wants to see from an organizational level, through in the trenches marketing teams that are working with the websites and customers in those different mediums. There are just a multitude of different ways that Survey Sparrow could help. But I think an opportunity for us would be to deploy some additional Survey Sparrow micro surveys to just get better understanding of how that customer initially found us, what brought them to us, what they feel is important about our brand. But really, a tool like Survey Sparrow allows us to focus on the customer, which is really what it's all about.